It's really incredibly important. You know, even to get anything in your life, you'll have to have some patience. You know, you think of a mother with a baby in her womb. You know, if she's impatient, you know, it's like, what's going to happen? Only disaster. How much she has to force herself to develop this patience over 9 months till the baby is born. Anything great in this life, you know, it takes some time to develop. It just doesn't come spontaneous like that. When you think of an egg is laid by a bird, you know, how patiently the mother will sit on the egg, you know, and wait for it to hatch. And if you force it open too early, you know, there will really be disaster. So everything in life, you should have patience and tolerance. You know, when we think, oh, okay, we understand these are spiritual qualities, and we maybe think it's for this part of our life, and then, you know, we get to the chai line, and it's like, I need my chai now, or my milk water. Milk. Give me my milk now. It's like, why should I wait with all of these people, many people? I've heard wonderful stories about the lines for refreshments, how people just can't wait to get that. But, you know, truly, the greatest people will have the greatest amount of patience. And that's how much Amma's showing us in her life. Patience and tolerance. And maybe especially creating that in so many hidden ways for us. Even just to get her darshan. You know, how many hours you may have to wait anywhere. You know, even Amma's saying in a lot of her satsangs now, you know, even in heaven, there's a long queue there. You have to wait. If you want to go to heaven, you can't be impatient, or they'll send you to the other place if you don't want to stand in the queue and wait. So it is a very important thing. I know once, somewhere I read a story about someone that had a flower bud in their hand, and they showed it to someone and said, you know, can you force this flower to open? So this person took the flower and they pulled open the petals, and they tried to force it to open up and bloom, and totally the petals just broke off and disintegrated and were spoiled. And they said, look, this is the importance of patience in our life. You know, a flower to bloom, to spread that fragrance, has to open naturally in its life. So like that too in spiritual life, sometimes we want to force things. Overnight, I'm going to be the greatest yogi ever. Let me force my limbs to do this and that and do these yogic exercises. And, you know, what may happen the next day? You know, you may pull a muscle somewhere, come limping after your first yoga lesson where you wanted to be an expert so quickly. It's like some things just have to be done gradually. So I think going through life, one discovers the many benefits that there are in tolerance and patience. And in today's world, even anywhere out there, in different countries, you see people fighting and killing each other because of the lack of tolerance that they have. I mean, so many people have been exterminated in this world in the past by people that thought that they were greater than them. You look at the Jewish population that was so cruelly killed. You know, even now it's happening in the world, in Africa, in the Sudan, so many places that it's hard to believe in today's society, with people as developed as we are, that, you know, people are still killing each other cruelly in many places in the world. And it goes on, and it gets more. You know, so tolerance is something that is not imbibed by so many people in this world. It's up to us to set that example in spirituality. At least let us have some tolerance and patience so that other people can learn. I know Amma has often said when we've been going to a program, and you know, she often wants to be totally punctual. If she arrives later, sometimes it's because she wants to arrive at that time, to give the guest time to arrive, or, you know, the important guests that are attending the function, special guests. Maybe they haven't arrived yet, so Amma may arrive later. But often she said, it's up to us in spiritual life to set an example for other people. People have expectations from us. So like that, all of these qualities like punctuality, we should always try and be punctual because people look and they judge us. If you're late for something, that means, I don't think you're really so important, so that's why I'm only coming when I feel like it. Many different qualities in life we have to imbibe when we're trying